Yo, what's going on guys, it is Cynnnical, and today for you guys I've got some more information regarding Kingdom Hearts Fragmented Keys. Now, I know that a lot of people have done quite a few videos talking about these concepts and different things that further came out about Fragmented Keys, and which, if you guys are unfamiliar with what Fragmented Keys is, pretty much a few days back, a very old developer over at Disney Interactive Studios, he was part of a side studios that was still connected to Disney Interactive, he pretty much spoke out loud that his team was actually in the sort of works of making a Kingdom Hearts iOS game and Android game back in 2013. Now ultimately it got scrapped and stuff like that, as well as that he also left the team, so that's why he's talking about it now. But more news and information has actually come out about this game, which I think is really cool. Who knows whether this will you know, eventually actually get like rebooted or something like that. I doubt it, but it looks really cool from all this extended information we've got. Now tomorrow I'm going to be bringing you guys another video on Fragmented Keys, talking about a new world that was added in there, as well as the game hubs, concepts, art and stuff like that. But today I wanted to pretty much just talk about the Disney worlds that were going to be added into Fragmented Keys. Now there's a number of different worlds here, which I thought was really cool, and each to every world there is different concept art. So today I thought I would just show you guys the concept art and stuff like that, go through the different worlds. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, and let's get on with it. So first up we have Agrabah. So Agrabah was going to be one of the many worlds in Kingdom Hearts Fragmented Keys. As we can see by these concept arts, there are many sort of familiar areas. We have the marketplace, we've also got the Cave of Wonders entrance, we also have the palace. Inside the palace, that perhaps they were thinking about adding different areas from inside the palace, because currently, you know, Agrabah's been in almost every single Kingdom Hearts game, but we've never actually been inside the palace, which I find very odd. So it's cool how they were going to actually add that. Also, they have different parts of the desert and up on different roofs of the different buildings within inside of Agrabah. Now also it looks like from these different designs that they have here, it looks like sort of it was going to be like the layout of each area was just going to be a flat layout, almost like a 2D flat layout, maybe, I don't know, it could have been 3D. But as you progress, you find, you know, you randomly encounter enemies, whether they just spawn or sort of like Chain of Memories. When you walk into one enemy, you know, this big sort of transition comes on, and then you're transported into a room with multiple other enemies. That's sort of the impression I'm getting though from just these little concept-y ideas here. But yeah, that is Agrabah. So next up we have Alice in Wonderland, which is of course Wonderland. There weren't many concepts on this world, which is pretty disappointing, but nonetheless there was still going to be a world in Fragmented Keys. So from these pictures we can only guess that there was going to be a few areas with inside sort of like a mushroom forest. Maybe that was the lotus forest, who really knows. There's also a picture of two characters standing up on the hill with the rabbit, as well as the Queen of Hearts there, with of course the hedge maze in the background and the Castle of Hearts at the very back. But over there's not many concepts on Wonderland, but Wonderland was going to be a world in Fragmented Keys. Alright, so next up is the Peter Pan world, or more so the Neverland world. Now there's a lot of concept art for this world. Obviously in this video I'm not going to show you guys each and every single last bit of the concept art, but the more important pieces more or less. So what's really interesting about this is there is a ton of different concept art on the Peter Pan world, which really makes me think that the developers were really interested in adding Peter Pan into Fragmented Keys. Now what's cool is we have different parts of Neverland that we've already seen in Kingdom Hearts, like Skull Cove, Mermaid Lagoon. We've also got the pirate ship, like the Captain's Quarters and all that sort of stuff. So it looks like they were trying to add like every different part of you know, Neverland, including the ship, as well as the Indian encampment and stuff like that, into Fragmented Keys, but on top of that, they also did a lot of different concept art on London as well, obviously where Wendy and stuff are located at the very start of the film for, you know, Neverland or Peter Pan. So it looks like they wanted to add not only Neverland, but everything in Neverland, but on top of that, London as well, which, of course, we've only actually visited London once, which is the Big Ben Tower in Kingdom Hearts 1. Also, what's really interesting is they've got a lot of different concepts art on sort of on top of a roof with different sort of non-colored characters. One even looks to be sort of like Sora there fighting Peter Pan, but perhaps these were meant to be like cutscenes, so maybe there were going to be cutscenes in the game as well. Really cool. But yeah, they went into a lot of detail with the Peter Pan world. But however, this was going to be one of the worlds for Fragmented Keys. Next up is the Snow White world. So for this world, there wasn't actually that much concept art. There was only 3 different pieces. And each of these concept arts are pretty much areas that we've already, you know, we're already quite familiar with. The first one is the sort of the gem mines that you go to in Birth by Sleep. We also have the dwarf cottage in the middle of the forest. Once again, we're very familiar with that from Birth by Sleep. And then we have the rainy forest. Not sure if this area is the same one from Birth by Sleep or not. Once again, it seems to be that the premise of this world was going to be based off how it was in Birth by Sleep. Alright, so next up is Wreck-It Ralph. So this is actually quite a speculated world for Kingdom Hearts 3, and it's interesting that they were going to add this into the game. There is a ton of different concept art on Wreck-It Ralph, and it seems to be that it's sort of the similar case for the Peter Pan world. Now, with the more concept art they have for each world, it seems to be that, you know, if this world, say, has more concept art, I take it that perhaps the developers were slightly more interested with adding that world into the game. Either that, or they just, you know, didn't have enough time to finish off the other worlds in comparison to doing so much more concept art for these different worlds. But anyway, Wreck-It Ralph, I'm all for it for Kingdom Hearts 3, and just looking at these, they're absolutely cool. They've got a ton of different areas from the actual movie. They've got the Sugar Rush, which is of course where most of the movie takes place with all the racing and stuff, and where Vanellope and you know, Ralph and stuff meet. They also have added the Hero's Duty parts, you know, where all those sort of like bugs and those alien things come out of those eggs. That part of the movie is also in this world, and on top of that, the Fix-It Felix, oh my god, I almost pronounced that wrong, but the Fix-It Felix, his own sort of area in this world as well. There is a ton of different concept art on this world, and also guys, I'm going to be showing you guys each and every last bit of the concept art for each world if there's too much of it, because for some worlds there's just so much concept art that it would take up so much time. So I am going to be sure to link you guys in the links for the rest of the concept art and stuff like that. So just if you want to, you know, see the rest of the concept art, there should be a link in the description. But however, Wreck-It Ralph was going to be a world in Fragmented Keys. Alright, so next up we have Frozen. So of course Frozen is currently the most speculated world to be in Kingdom Hearts 3 as of, you know, like right now. Everyone is just talking about Frozen. For any new world that's going to be added into number 3, it's Frozen, right? But Frozen was going to be a world in Fragmented Keys. There is not that much concept art on Frozen. There's 5 different pieces. So the first piece just looks like you know, these first few pieces, they look like they're just sort of out in the snowy plains, and the rest of them are to do with the Ice Citadel. So overly not too many concept art pieces, but it is cool to think that Frozen was going to be in Fragmented Keys. Alright, so next up is a Lilo and Stitch world, one that I'm very all for Kingdom Hearts 3, so I'm hoping that this concept definitely makes its way into Kingdom Hearts 3. But for Fragmented Keys, it was going to be a world, and it was going to be revolving around Hawaii, which is of course where most of Lilo and Stitch takes place anyway. Of course, Deep Space is like the prologue to how Lilo and Stitch all happens and stuff like that, which we see in Birth by Sleep. But for Fragmented Keys, it was going to be in Hawaii, so there is a few different concept arts here showing us the beautiful beaches and stuff of Hawaii. We also have like the cafe area. We also have downtown and whatnot. Basic designs, but looking really nice. I know that I definitely want to go to Hawaii with, you know, the whole Lilo and Stitch world in Kingdom Hearts, whether it was in Fragmented Keys, if it was, you know, to be made, or Kingdom Hearts 3, hopefully in Kingdom Hearts 3, but anyway, the Lilo and Stitch world was going to be in Fragmented Keys. So next is Star Wars. So relating to Kingdom Hearts 3, Star Wars is one of currently the most speculated worlds to be in Kingdom Hearts 3. Now the fact that Disney actually have the rights to Star Wars, but however, we have a few different interesting concepts here. We have quite a few different familiar characters like R2-D2, C-3PO, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin, Yoda and all them. We have a few different like androids and stuff like that. We also have a concept of inside the Death Star, the interior of it, so that was obviously going to be an area for the Star Wars world. We also have the Tatooine town or city as well. But yeah, I mean, honestly, like from looking at these concepts, it looks like it wasn't actually going to be too much of a, you know, bad world. Still though, my feelings though for Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm sort of like, you know, I won't be highly disappointed, but I'll still be like, well, you know, meh. I can't see it being my favorite world. But anyway, it was going to be a world in Fragmented Keys, so yeah. So next is a Tron world, or the Grid. So the Grid actually has appeared in Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, so this isn't based off of the actual sort of very classic and original Tron movie from, you know, numerous years ago. This world was going to be based off the Grid, the more recent Tron Legacy movie. We have a few different interesting concepts here, just different areas from around the city, or more so the Grid. Just different areas that actually look quite familiar from Dream Drop Distance. But however, the Grid was going to be a world in Fragmented Keys. And lastly, we have Tangled. So Tangled was going to be a world of Fragmented Keys. Now the concepts we have here are just 3 different concepts of the same area, which looks to be the town area. So yeah, not too many concepts for this one. Nevertheless though, still looking very nice. This is currently also a speculated world for Kingdom Hearts 3. But anyway guys, hopefully you've enjoyed today's video. I've got another Fragmented Keys video coming out tomorrow, talking about more concepts to do with a brand new world that was going to be added into Fragmented Keys, one that was going to obviously be exclusive to Fragmented Keys, also talking about to the game hub worlds as well. So a shorter video about Fragmented Keys will be coming out tomorrow, so stick around because you guys don't want to miss out on that if you're interested in Fragmented Keys. But anyway, it's interesting to go through these, and I'm happy that you know, these concepts have released. Because it definitely seems like the developers of this put, you know, a lot of thought and effort into these, and honestly, I would have loved for this to actually be, you know, an actual thing to be released on iOS and Android. Unfortunately, it didn't. It was cancelled, but still, maybe, you know, sometime in the future, you know, they might come back together again. They might be like, you know what, let's just kickstart this up. But who knows what will happen, only time will tell. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video. Like this video if you've enjoyed, and until next time guys, I'll catch you later. Peace.